Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is part 2 of my YouTube Made Me Buy It perfume haul, and I will have part 1 linked down below. Basically, I picked up 20-ish perfumes slash decants on recommendations that my frag friends here on YouTube suggested, you know, during a chat or maybe a video I saw. Now, most of the people that I have mentioned, I have connected with here on YouTube. There is one, she doesn't know who I am. I haven't connected with her, but I've been watching her for a while now. She's one of the larger YouTubers. So the first person I'm going to mention is Tiffany Benson here on YouTube. I really enjoy her channel. She does designer, niche, men and women. And the perfume that she influenced me to pick up was Eccentric Molecules, and this one is 01. This scent is really beautiful. To my nose, this is a very, like, you do get the pencil shavings at the opening, but it's so crazy to me that this is like a one-note scent, and yet it's like complex. It's just a scent that shocked me, and one I do want to add into my collection. This is one that I think will be really nice on its own as well as layering. And I believe I saw Eva Monroe mention this in her layering video. And then this scent is described as woody, musky, amber, animalic, and powdery. There's just one note. I will list it down here because I didn't have time to look it up, and I don't want to butcher it and upset anyone. So this isn't a safe blind buy just because of the reviews. A lot of people said it either disappeared on them or like they couldn't smell it anymore, but other people could smell it. Some people said it smelled like dusty or like books. Everyone smells something different. When I spray this perfume, I get where people say like books, like when you open a book, but I don't know what it is. I love that scent. It's definitely unisex, something I would like in fall time. It's a very hard scent to really put into words. And it's different on the paper than it is on my skin, because I remember when I wore this, it developed. I know some people said it smelled musty, but not musty. Not like dank. It smells like a library, like an old library. It's cold, maybe like a old library, like maybe in New York, and you are walking into it from the cold. It's a very unique scent. This is the Eau de Toilette, and again, that was Tiffany Benson here on YouTube. So now, the rest of the ladies I'm going to mention are people I've connected with. Some of them are repeats because they're my buddies, they're my friends. But the next one is another honorable mention only because I didn't get the full bottle of it. I knew I wanted a Van Cleef, but I didn't want to blind buy 2 full-size bottles. And after looking at the notes and me being in this rose kick that I'm in lately, I went and got a large bottle of Rose Rouge, and then I got a decant of Van Cleef and Arpels Vanille Orchid. I haven't really tested this perfume out yet, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get a large bottle. I want to like test out the longevity and the projection, but it's a very beautiful vanilla scent. And this scent is described as vanilla, sweet, powdery, balsamic, and floral. And to my nose, the floral is barely there. I pick up more of the vanilla, and it is got like a very soft, beautiful powderiness to it. So I do want to test this out more, but it is one that I might add into my collection. 2 people influenced me to buy this one. Gabby Loves Perfumes talked very highly about this perfume, as well as Manahil Perfume Row. There are a lot of other people who talk about this scent, but it was after watching their 2 reviews. It was one night when I was going to pick up a bottle of Rose Rouge that I started looking up videos of the different Van Cleef scents, and I went ahead and picked it up after they spoke about it. Next up, we have Versace Eros Parfum, and this is the Eau de Toilette. And the person who influenced me to buy this one was Takara Thompson. I do have the Eau de Parfum, and that one was not love at first sniff for me. This one was. This is a more likable version of the 2, and they do smell different. I find the EDP, the Eau de Parfum, to be a little bit more unisex and woodsy on the dry down and not as fruity and more citrus. And then this one's a little bit more fruity with citrus, and then the woody isn't as deep, and I find this one to be more feminine. So I do find this one to be more likable, but I actually have really grown to love the Eau de Parfum. I am very happy I have both in my collection, but I think I am in the minority where I prefer the Eau de Parfum, but this one's very beautiful. And this one's described as fruity, citrus, sweet, floral, and white floral. I would say this is very likable out of the two. If you're gonna pick one, the chances of you liking this one over the EDP are probably greater. And again, that's Versace Eros Perfume, the Eau de Toilette. Okay, and then next we have Mugler Womanity, the Eau de Parfum. And the person who influenced me to buy this one was Jeanne Antoinette here on YouTube. Now this is a scent that I don't know if she's like crazy about, but this is just a perfect example of a good reviewer who takes themselves out of the equation. She knows that I love Olympia and also like fig perfumes, where she finds this one a little too salty. She has suggested to me that I would probably like this one, and she's right. This perfume is described as woody, savory, fruity, animalic, nutty, and sweet. And the fig in here isn't as sweet and coconutty as it is in a lot of my other fig perfumes. This one is more fruit and like green and tangy. This has a tartness to it. It's salty, and I can see where they say savory. There's like a smokiness to this, very like in the background. This perfume isn't going to be a lot of people's cup of tea, but Mugler perfumes to me aren't. Anyways, they're perfumes that are kind of unique and you kind of have to appreciate them. There's caviar in here. I don't know what caviar smells like. I've never tried or I've never tasted caviar. I don't pick up fishy, but I do pick up like by the sea vibes, like at a dock, or like you're getting ready to go on like a cruise ship and you're by the water, not on the beach where there's tons of people and you're getting suntan lotion. This is more like straight by the sea vibes, but I don't pick up fish when I smell this. That's actually why I didn't want to pick up this perfume, and I had written this perfume off, was because, you know, some people had compared it and said it had like a fishy scent to it. I don't mind salt, but I don't ever want to smell like fish. This to me is just a very tangy, salty, tart scent. It's unlike anything I have. I have other perfumes with fig, and this is a more green, tart fig. I get that coconut sweet scent way in the dry down. I like to layer this with the Angel Croziers 2020. I do like to layer them. This is a very beautiful, tangy, salty, savory scent. And again, that's Womanity by Mugler. And then next up, we have Korloff Gold. And the person who influenced me to buy this was Anna Absolute. Now, I wanted a summer scent, and I've picked up a few. This one's good. This one doesn't last as long, but I kind of like that because I've noticed that when I wear scents like this, I don't want them all day long. I want them probably for about 4 to 6 hours, even if I have to refresh. And then I'm done with the suntanny vibe. But this is a very gorgeous, beachy scent. And I think people compare it to Bronze Goddess. I haven't put my nose on Bronze Goddess, but this is very, very beautiful. This is described as white floral, sweet, fruity, vanilla, and coconut. And this to me is just a day at the beach. I mean, to be quite honest with you. It is a little synthetic smelling, but so is suntan lotion. Like suntan lotion doesn't smell like real natural coconuts to me. When you smell this, it's not going to be like a natural smelling coconut. It's going to be, you know, more of that suntanny, but it's so good. This is a really good one, and it's a cheapie. I had gotten a lot of recommendations, and I was looking into getting a small bottle of Mancera Holiday, but it was sold out. And I don't want a large bottle because, again, it's a scent that I like during a certain time, you know, in the summer. So I'm really happy I picked this one up. Again, very inexpensive. If you want to smell like the beach, but it's not too overpowering, because there are scents that can be a little too much. This one isn't. This one's very soft, and the longevity on this is about, I would say, a good 4 hours. So this has a little bit of an oiliness to it. I learned the hard way. I sprayed it like I normally do, and a drop got on my clothes, and I had to throw it in the wash for it to come out. So this is a little bit more oily than some perfumes. There are perfumes that are like that, that if you spray them, they can kind of ruin your clothes. So be careful about that. I spray this right out of the shower. For that reason, it does last 4 hours, which is still good considering that I don't spray this on my clothes. I get out of the shower, I put on a regular lotion and put this on top. And then it lasts 4 hours. And if I want to continue with the scent, I will refresh. This is a very big bottle for the price. And if I'm ready for another scent, then I just go ahead and I will move on to something else. But again, that's Korloff Gold. And this next one. So this one was a little confusing. I had mentioned it in another video of mine, saying that a subby had recommended it to me, but it was actually the person who actually influenced me to buy this before we became friends here on YouTube, and that is Cans. And she influenced me to buy Armaf's Club de Nuit. And then in my comment section, I had someone say, you should try Club de Nuit if you like Coco Mademoiselle, it's a dupe. And I had put in my response, it's already on the way. I do have to go back through my notes because I'm always getting so many recommendations, but I picked this up because I was actually going to get the Intense, the one in the black bottle. And I saw her video pop up when I did a search, and she actually discussed both of them. And when she had said that this, I don't think she tried it, but she had said that she heard this was compared to Coco Mademoiselle, I wanted to pick it up. Because I saw in the reviews, people said this is a more wearable version. I was hoping for that. But this is, to my nose, pretty spot on. There's a slight difference. I would say this is maybe 80 to 90. This was described as citrus, woody, patchouli, rose, fresh, spicy, and aromatic. And again, on my skin, it does pull very much like Coco Mademoiselle. I know on some people's skin, they said it wasn't. Some people like it more than Coco Mad. I like them both the same. I'm a perfume collector and I love Chanel perfumes. So this isn't one I would add back into my collection if I could even get through this humongous bottle. Just because I think I will always have a Coco Mad just for the collector in me. But if you do not care about that and you want something that is pretty similar, because again, on some people, it's not a complete dupe. It did pull very close to it on my skin. I would say check this perfume out. It's very inexpensive. And again, that's Armaf's Club de Nuit. And be sure to look for this bottle and not the black one, which is the Intense. This next one, I don't think she even knew that I got it. I don't know exactly how it came up, because we were chatting. All of us were chatting together, and I, had a few glasses of wine. But my homegirl MJ here on YouTube knows that I was having this rose kick, and she asked me if I had tried Coach. I'm not sure if she tried it herself, but she was like, oh, I was looking at the notes and it's a cheapie and it looks like something that you would like. So with a little bit of wine, a little bit of persuasion, I did see a really good deal on it and I added to cart. So I did pick up this perfume, and guys, oh my god, this is so beautiful. This is a perfume that is year-round. It's a very classy rose scent. It's something that could definitely be a signature scent. I know that to a lot of people this would probably be basic, but this is probably something I would re-add into my collection. It's also very inexpensive. The longevity on this is really good. It projects really well. Very easy perfume. If you don't mind blind buying, because I do not suggest blind buying because that's what I do, but if you don't mind blind buying, I would say this is a safe one. This perfume is described as fruity, musky, rose, sweet, and powdery. And this is a beautiful rosy musk. And even though it's an easy grab, it's a classy but flirty everyday scent. And I'm really glad that I went ahead and got this one. So thank you, MJ, for suggesting this when you knew I was on my rose kick. This is a good one. I was watching Maite here on YouTube. She did a very fun video with her husband where she tried to guess perfumes that she thought would be on his like top list. It was a very different take on like my husband picks my perfume. Very good video. I'll have that one linked down below. And she thought that this perfume was going to be on his list, but he had picked another Serge Lutens. And this is Serge Lutens Feminine Dubois. And she has said something about it being like her skanky perfume. So I'm like, what? I searched through her videos and she actually did review her Serge Lutens perfume. And once she described it, I picked it up. And she said it wasn't a safe blind buy, and it's not. But guys, it's good. And like when she said skanky, I knew what she meant. Not that it's like you smell like a skank. It's just one of those perfumes that's very animalic and like sexy. For me, vintage, like think of those vintage pinups, you know, like the French. It kind of like gave me that Lady Marmalade vibe. How does it go? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I don't know. But it gave me like, you know, that Lady Marmalade vibe feeling without even trying it, just seeing reviews. And when she said skanky, like that's where it took me to. Not like ladies of today skanky, but kind of like, you know, taboo. But this one is described as warm, spicy, woody, powdery, fruity, and cinnamon. I do pick up the cinnamon in this, and it's just a very like dark, I don't want to say dirty, but more of your dark dirty side. And I've smelled this before. There's an Avon perfume, I don't know which Avon perfume it is, that used to give me the same vibe, and it's been killing me since I bought this. This is definitely like a cooler month nighttime scent to me. This isn't something I would wear during the day, but it is a good one. And again, that's Serge Lutens Feminine Dubois and Maite here on YouTube, calling it spanky. Got me to add to cart. This next one I saw featured in several people's videos, but Karina Waldron would not stop talking about this scent, and that is Prada La Femme for women. This scent wasn't love at first sniff, but I am really appreciating this scent now. So this perfume is described as floral, tuberose, woody, white floral, animalic, and beeswax. It's just a very clean, soapy, but sweet. And I have a lot of soapy citrus or just clean soapy scents, but nothing like this. And it is a perfume that the more and more I wear it, it is rich. It is kind of like expensive smelling, but it took me a minute to get there. I didn't get there right away. It's one that I would say if you don't have something like this in your collection, give it time. This is a very pretty scent. One that grew on me, and now I really, really enjoy it. I've already put a little bit of it there, but it's just very clean, soft, spicy to me. Like it's not overly spicy with like a sweetness to it, which I'm sure is the beeswax. And it does smell very classy, but not your typical classy scent. Again, that is Prada La Femme. So this next one is Amethyst Lalique for women. I've heard Anna talk about this. I don't know if she's talked about it in a video, but I know that she said she wanted to try it. I saw a video where MJ had talked about it. So a lot of people have actually mentioned this one. And this was another one that I really learned to appreciate it. When I first got it, I was expecting one thing and then got another, kind of like with Prada. But this is a very beautiful, dark berry, fruity scent. So it does have this darker berry fruitiness to it, but more watery. It is a little boozy, but almost think of sangria that's kind of been like chilling in ice for a little while. This has like a wateriness to it, almost like an after the rain kind of scent. It's very minty, very fresh in the opening, and then you get the blackberries. So this was described as fruity, floral, sweet, and rose. I don't really get the rose. To me, this is very much like a berry drink. I love this one for like on a rainy day or to bed. This is a very nice soft scent, because I am learning that my husband doesn't like certain perfumes to bed, and that's one that doesn't bother him. So this last one, I would say a bunch of us got it together. But the first two people to talk about it was MJ and Amber Chantel, and that is Roberto Cavalli, Gemma de Paradiso. I would say Amber and MJ have put a lot of people on. And I'm only mentioning it because I know people are going to ask me in the comments. This does vibe with other perfumes. So I do get several perfumes when I spray this, but I wouldn't say that this is an exact dupe to any perfume. So this perfume is described as vanilla, woody, floral, balsamic, fruity, and sweet. And in the opening, I get the pear, kind of like it gives me softer Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle vibes. And then I get, and I don't think there's incense in here. I don't know if it's the precious woods with the amber, but I get like a smoky, incensey vibe like I do in my La Nuit Tresor. I'm not saying that this smells like it, but it does have that like smoky incense on my skin. Like on my skin, this pulls very smoky in the opening. And then I get the pear and like the fruit, the mandarin. Now, when this dries down, I do get Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. But think of a flanker to Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. Think of a fruitier flanker of it. I know people compare it to Good Girl. I wouldn't say this is a dupe, but it does pull like that on me and it does vibe the same. I know I'm gonna see it in the comments. So on my skin, it does pull that way, but I wouldn't shy away from this perfume. It's more of a deep scent to me. It's a little bit more grown than your regular fruity floral. There is more depth to this one. There is a woodiness on the dry down, and there's amber in here, I believe it is. So it is a little bit more of a deeper scent. It is one that pulls similar to other perfumes, but so do a lot of other perfumes. So it's really not that big of a deal to me. This was like a collective add to cart. Again, that's Roberto Cavalli's Gemma de Paradiso. So let me know in the comments below, do you guys have any of these perfumes? Which ones were you influenced to buy? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Click that notification bell so you know when I upload. And until next time, guys.